Good evening, good afternoon, bonjour, hola, everything else, all the other languages. Treble winners are back in action tomorrow. City did win the treble. It's been a wild few days supporting Manchester City Football Club. Of course, we are absolutely brilliant. We're a great side. But it's going to be interesting going into the first home game of the season because lots has been going on. Absolutely loads has been going on today. I don't even know where to start. A world of information to discuss and cover, which I will get onto today, of course. Loads of breaking news. Do me a favour, if you don't mind, please help support the channel. Please do hit that like button. It does help support the videos. It helps support you. Yeah, a fellow Manchester City fan. I've been doing this for a while now and hope you're enjoying all the content. I've been working hard. And now, for full clarity as well, I did a Paqueta video, it was off video earlier. Some of you might have watched it. And I thought, do you know what? I'm unlisting it because everything I said in that video was totally irrelevant given the news that came out about Paqueta, which we'll get onto later. But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't talking for half an hour about something that was totally different, 4 hours later. I like to be honest with these things, so I've unlisted that video because I feel like integrity, it matters, I don't want to just leave that up there and get the clickbait headline and stuff like that when actually I'm not giving you the full picture, so I've got rid of that video. Anyway, today is, of course, the Manchester City versus Newcastle United match preview. Loads to talk about. This video is sponsored by Circle, by the way. I'm working with Circle throughout this season, hopefully. It's a cracking little app. It's a little kind of like sweepstake app where you can add a little bit of extra edge to your game, to your watching the games, where you can get involved, put a few quid in a pot here, and then hope that your number comes out. They're also doing a really special kind of like circle for the women's final. They're backing the pot with a minimum £500 prize. And every £2 entry goes to charity supporting women's football. So you can show your support, have a little bit of fun, hopefully win some money during the Women's World Cup final and support charity at the same time. So if you want to give it a go, click the link in the description below. 18 plus UK base to enter. There's also another offer on the go as well. Of course, there is the 5 match millions. It's a low-cost ticket. It's easy to play. Big prize. £1 million is the maximum jackpot. You've got to pick the number for 5 games, and if you get all the numbers correct, you can win £1 million. The way it works is the numbers are decided by actions during the game. So you pick the number, a random number, and then, of course, the pot shifts around, the number shifts around based on actions, be it a goal, penalty, whatever, those kind of things. And they've also got the option here to bet a new offer for the 5 max millions. You can get 3 weeks tickets for just £5. I'm on Circle over there. You can come and join me over there. Fingers crossed you'll win a little bit of money. Yeah, so to celebrate the return of the Premier League, we have a special offer for you. 3 weeks of tickets for just £5. You get £5 to get 3 attempts to win £1 million. It's not a bad. And don't forget, the more numbers you get right, the more money you can win. So it's not just £1 million, there's more as well. Good luck if you want to go and enter over there. 18 plus UK base to enter, of course. So this is, of course, the match preview. I can't ignore the elephant in the room before I go too far. Of course, we're all talking about the Paqueta stuff. Now, I did a video this morning saying the deal was off. It turns out, of course, the deal is off because this man likes a bet. Apparently he's been betting on, according to reports, the investigations say he's been betting on the games that he's been played in. Well, his family have been betting on the reports, allegedly. I need to say that, of course. I understand immediately. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm not going to talk about all that stuff because, look, it's sort of none of our business to an extent. But I understand why Manchester City would pull out. According to some more reports, the deal was basically done for around £80 million. And it's just got complicated by that, so City pulled out. You can't blame them in that instinct. So that video earlier when I was getting a bit moany, if I was being honest, it's irrelevant. They've been betting yellow cards, apparently. He'll be found innocent. Nah, we shouldn't push ahead. That's mental to do that. Absolutely crazy. If they're betting yellow cards is really kind of easy to bet on. There's no way. He could end up being out for a year or so. Either way, City probably don't want to sign a player where there's no guarantee of their future. There's no guarantee if they're going to be banned from football or not. You'd be crazy to do it. You'd actually be crazy to do it. If it was a bargain signing, maybe it'd be worth it. But no, stupid idea. Either way, City are rightfully not going to give themselves that negative PR. Look, City, the reputation around the world is in the mud. anyone reasonable can understand why City would pull out of this. It isn't worth it. It absolutely isn't worth the hassle, you know. That guy has not got a good rep and won't be trusted. And City right now, with all the cheating stuff around him, the FFP, go and sign a guy who's allegedly got family betting on football. Come on, it's an absolute. It's like literally burying. It's like digging your own grave, jumping in it, pulling all the dirt on you, and lying there going, "Oh, this is nice, man. This is nice." It's absolutely stupid. And Brillo, you have no idea, mate, if it's clean or not. You got no idea. You're just basing it off what you've heard in the media. I think City have pulled out. I think they probably know a little bit more of us. I get it. It's crazy. Paqueta, you know, he's played, well, whatever's going on there. If he gets cleared innocent, so be it. Maybe we haven't got a midfield at that point. Maybe he'll come back out. But City do not want an Ivan Toney situation on their hands. Even if it's different, I don't blame them. So which turns the news, of course, then to City needing a midfielder. They do need a midfielder, so we'll see what happens there. And I know this is weird because I'm talking about the Paqueta stuff because it's not the Newcastle game, but I think it does sort of frame the game because as you saw by the title, there's rumours that we've got a whole bunch of players missing, you know. Bernardo Silva, John Stones, KDB, of course, and maybe even Ruben Dias. It starts to show you just how thin this squad is. Just how thin this squad is. It really does. Like, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. This was from earlier on. Let me just start to like look at a potential 11 without these players. And you've got Erling up front. Obviously, you've got Jack out here. You'll be this one as midfielders. Foden, Kovacic, Rodri, Alvarez might play as a midfielder. Could be Palmer. It'll be basically Cole or Alvarez, and because that's all we've got basically. You know, that's all it's going to be with these players. If we've got no Bernardo, so you see, it starts to get very, very thin there. You know, it's still obviously a good side, but it's looking a little bit like there's no options off the bench. So you understand why these potential injuries are not ideal. I'll go to Guardiola's press conference quotes earlier on. Pep was very open about stuff during the press conference. Let me find the start of the press conference. He said we are ready for Newcastle. We are the team that everyone wants to be, and we need our people, the fans, more and more than ever. I do wonder if that comment is a reference to the Community Shield, and I do wonder if Pep knew the full extent of the boycott, by the way, with the fans. I get the impression he didn't. It could just be that it's the first home game of the season. I don't know, but either way, I do understand, you know, I do understand that this is going to be a big game, and he's right. We are ready for Newcastle, but at the same time, we're not, you know. He said we need these type of challenges like the game against Newcastle, you know. We face difficulties with the injury we have and the Callum, but this is the challenge that we have to take a step forward. We need that, and that is what it is. We will play against an extraordinary team. The Champions League team are very good. I feel like they're here to stay. They got good transitions and a good game build. They're a great test. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they are. They're a fantastic side. There's no two ways about it. This is going to be an incredibly hard game of football. An incredibly hard game of football. Like, do not get it confused how difficult it's going to be, you know. Sorry, I got distracted by something there. Like a fly, like a moth to a light then. I read something that confused me. But do not underestimate how hard this is going to be, you know. He said tomorrow, hopefully, the stadium full. I mean, of course he will be, mate. I don't know why he's acting like they wouldn't be. That's what makes me feel like he's been mistold something about the Community Shield. Like, we're always there. Like, the first game of the season, it's been full in ages. So maybe he's just trying to get, I don't know. Otherwise, he said the first time we joined together after the FA Cup final, FA Cup Championship Sphere, it's the first time we come back, and hopefully we can come back and we can celebrate together. Maybe he's just trying to get an atmosphere going. But there will be. It's the treble winners, the quadruple with Super Cup winners as well. It's going to be rocking there tomorrow. Every day when we open the door at the training centre, we see the 4 trophies in front of us. The FA Cup, the Premier League, the Champions League, the Super Cup. How nice is that? How difficult is that? We love it. Downright we love it, man. Downright we love it. It's worth remembering that. Now, the breaking news, of course, at the time was that Stones sustained a muscular injury. Unknown time frame. Diaz may be fit. That's the thing. If he may be fit, I don't know. Fingers crossed he will be. Guardiola said the market is the market when asked about transfers. We'll see. He talked about Cole Palmer as well. He said it's not necessary to ask me about how good he is. Otherwise, he would not be at Man City. He did not need to score 2 goals in 2 finals to make me realise how good he is. I don't define a player just for that. Goes back to what I've said a billion times. How many times have I defended Cole Palmer on this channel? It's so nice to hear Guardiola say that, because Guardiola would not play him. It's as simple as that. He would have shipped him off a long time ago. You know? These young players are here or playing because Guardiola sees them good enough, man. Like, as simple as that. He should stay around. Cole Palmer, in my opinion, would be incredibly naive to not stay. You know, he should stay around, you know. He has to stay around. I think you get plenty of minutes. We will see. He said, we are not at our best. We are not at our top, but that is normal. We need to adjust a few things, but the spirit is there. He said, we're now in a big problem, not just this game, in general. It is what it is. Every manager would say the same. People went to sleep at 4 a.m. in Greece, played at 10 p.m., recovery in 35 degrees or 40 degrees centigrade in Greece, come back, arrive here late, and then it's the game. Tomorrow's game. Today we cannot train. I would train, but we're not going to do anything because we do not have time. I would love one more day, but okay, we accept it, and this is the challenge. So not even trained. He said Alvarez had discomfort versus Sevilla. Yeah, basically tells how important he was. He said next week he'll be ready, Bernardo. So, no, I'm not sure that's true about... It looks like he's not going to be involved. Next week he'll be ready. I mean, sure, he would have said tomorrow, but if Bernardo's already... Look, we are missing a few players. There's no two ways about it, which makes predicting this team, you know, it's really hard. I mean, Alvarez, he doesn't sound like he's going to start. Maybe he will do, but I think it's going to be Palmer again, man. I think he's played his way into the team with a man of the match the other day, you know. I think it'll be Haaland. I think it'll be Grealish. I think it'll be this. I think Guardiola will play again, potentially. Ake, maybe Diaz will be fit, you know. I think Diaz will be fit. And then I think it'll be Akanji and Walker, maybe. I think it's something like that, potentially. What do we all reckon? Of course, Ederson in goal. Something like that. Something like that, potentially, tomorrow. It could be that Alvarez is fit enough he could play. I think Diaz plays as well. Now, I think Lewis could start with a Walker, but no, I don't think so either. I think, personally, Akanji's going to start. Pep loves Akanji. We know this. We know Pep loves Akanji. Now, Gozy saying, trust the kids. Cole, McAtee, Phil, Julian, this kid's walking to most Premier League teams. Yeah, but you got to bear in mind, look, I'm a massive advocate of youth integration. Most Premier League teams aren't there's no other Premier League team that's a treble winner. What I'm talking about is maintaining our standards. I've got no problem with people wanting young players used, but just don't moan if we don't win games then. Like, you can't bring McAtee in to replace Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan. You just can't. Like, he's a backup. He should be coming off the bench, definitely. Off the bench, you know, with the numbers we've got, yes, use him every now and then. But you can't expect Oscar Bob to replace Riyad Mahrez. You just can't. It's not realistic. It's not even fair. I just don't think it's fair, personally. These games coming up, yeah, maybe, but at the same time, well, they have to be, mate. They'll have to be, because we haven't got the bench for it, you know. Let me just try, like, what would the bench be if that was the team? How do I write some text over it? Look, I don't know what the fonts will be here, lads. I'm just trying to find how to do it. I've never wrote text over this before. We will see how it goes. The subs would be... What would they be? They'd be Ortega. Why is it writing it so big? Look at the size of that, man. It's writing it on the screen. Let me just make it nice and small for you. Where's this text thing gone? So we got... Here we go. It would be... The subs would be... What would the subs be in this instance? Let's work it out. If that's just the team, the subs would be... It would be... How do I bring the subs in? There we go. It'd be Ortega. It'd be Lewis. Laporte. We'd have... Who else would be the subs? Ake would be on the bench in that instance. Phillips. Then it'd be... I mean, who else is after that? Alvarez. McAtee. We're sort of getting very short already. Bob. I mean, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Peroni, if he's still there, maybe, yeah. I mean, that would be our subs. And it ain't good, is it? That would be the subs, tomorrow. Carson, potentially. If Peroni's still there, it'd be that. I mean, it's not strong, is it? That bench. So you start to realise it could be Carson. Oh, Gomez. I missed out Gomez, actually. Yeah, it'd be Gomez. Big Gomez would be on there. It'd be maybe Gomez instead of Peroni, because I think he's going alone, isn't it? So it'd be that, actually. It'd be that. There we go. So it'd be that. That's not a strong bench. I mean, how many do you trust really there? You trust a few, but like Laporte's not gone yet, Ricey. So I think he'd still be on the bench for tomorrow. Like, look, you start to think this is not going to be. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. Guys, 200 people watching. It'd be nice if you could help support the channel, by the way, and please give this video a like. Once again, I would like to say I am working with Circle tomorrow. You can get involved in the 5-match millions where you can win £1 million if you guess the numbers across 5 games. It's dead easy, a few quid to enter. As well, they've also got their offer for the Women's World Cup as well, which is going to be fun. They've got a pot for the Women's World Cup final, which is around minimum £500, and every £2 entry goes to charity supporting women's football, so give that a go if you want to. Let's look at Newcastle a tiny bit. It's going to be interesting because Newcastle are an excellent side, man. Let me go to the subs there. I chatted earlier to Alex Hurst from the True Faith podcast. If you haven't already watched that, go and give it a watch. An opposition preview. It was good fun. Alex is a very, knowledgeable fan. They were absolutely excellent against Philly the other day. They battered them. They were the better team by a long way. Tonali, Isaac with a brace, Callum Wilson, Harvey Barnes. They are such a physical side, man. They were open, but that midfield is powerful. You look at this midfield here. Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton. Big Joe Linton there, you know what I mean? That is a powerful box-to-box midfield if I've ever saw one. There's so much... It's just so complete. It's so aggressive, so dynamic. Then you've got a defensive line there with Kieran Trippier, just an elite level set right back he is. Fabian Schär, Botman, Dan Burn. They don't concede many goals. Nick Pope in goal, excellent. They signed, of course, Lewis Hall on loan from Chelsea with an obligation to buy. Cracking signing that. Then you've got Isaac, who's a phenomenal striker. Really good. Callum Wilson, a great option off the bench. Gordon... effective for them. Almiron, of course, got better last season. They've got Harvey Barnes on the bench as well. They're just such a powerful side, man. They really are. Like, Newcastle are going to cause us some trouble. And I agree with people in the chat, though. Like, you look at this lineup, where's the weak point? Dan Burns the weak point. Alex, when I was chatting earlier on the opposition preview, he said he is a weak point. He can get caught out defensively. You can beat him one-on-one. Get Cole Palmer out there, man. Like, City would be stupid not to get Cole Palmer one-on-one with Dan Burn, because he'd burn him. He'd absolutely cook him. He's a big, strong defender, but he has got no pace on the turn, and he's not very good one-on-one defensively, because he's more of a centre-back, basically. He's good in the air, but he's a weak spot for them. Even if Lewis Hall plays, Lewis Hall, he won't start, but Lewis Hall isn't great defensively either. So, I mean, to me, I would just get at Cole. I would play Cole Palmer. I really would, and I'd get at Dan Burn. Of course, they are going to... they're going to be aggressive. They're going to be dynamic. Botman did get cooked by Watkins a couple of times. Look, I do trust this City side, but I don't know how it's going to go, man. It's going to be really difficult tomorrow. If City turn up, we have gotten up, but you just never know, do you? It's going to be a fun game of football. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if we're going to win. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a draw. Look, I know it's a bit of a negative prediction, but when you've got no SILVA, Bernardo, no Stones, no Kevin De Bruyne, it's early on in the season. I feel like an entertaining draw is not a bad prediction. Like, we still, of course, do have, Johnny has said, we've got Haaland, Bernardo, Rodri, Vardiol, Ellison. We've got a lot of quality players. And I'm not really, saying this in a negative way for draw. I just think the circumstances aren't great right now, and I don't think we're fully there. It's not a negative doom and gloom draw. It's just more, it's an early season draw, because it's going to be, the reality is Newcastle are going to be up for it. They're going to be aggressive. And I feel like I can get behind and accept it being difficult, 2-0 is what I'm going for. But at the same time, don't be surprised. Like, look, my heart says City are going to win 2-1 tomorrow. My head says 2-2. My head says 2-2. My heart says 2-1. I don't see us losing. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I struggle to see us losing. I just feel like we'll be. I feel like we got enough, to get something. But I've been wrong about other things before, and we will see. We will see. Guys, that's my prediction. What's everyone else's? Brillo says 5-0. I love it, mate. I love it, Brillo. Scarface says 2-2. Luzilo says 2-1 or 3-1. Go on, lads. Who else? Losing 3-0 says Cyan Mays. It's getting negative in here. Guys, also, by the way, if you haven't already, I need 9 more subscribers to get to 67,900. Can 9 people get their backup account in right now and do it for me? Come on, man. Once again, I'm going to say it, but I've been breaking my back with content at the moment. So if that isn't worth a like, I mean, how many videos have I done in the past few days? I've done loads of videos in the past few days. I've done, absolutely loads. So if you are enjoying this content, do me a massive favour. Give the video a like. I've done loads. I've done... this is my 3rd video today. One's unlisted because obviously it was irrelevant. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done so many. I've done loads. Thank you for subscribing, Mark Wilson. Massively appreciated. Anyone else subscribed? If you have, let me know in the chat. It is appreciated. They're going up right now. Mario says I feel another 3-0. Yeah. I mean, that's what it reminds me of. If we go back to that game, Man City 3-0, Newcastle, like... It feels a bit... I know that was an away game, but that was early season, and it reminds me a bit of this. I'm getting vibes of this. Basically the same time of year, exactly. I'm almost a year to the day. I'm just getting these kind of vibes, We were a better team that day, just about, but, it feels like that. I would not be surprised if we see something like that. Of course, 2-0 last time at home. We will see. I don't know how it's going to go. Cancelo, sub 2 mentioned. 5 more subs, by the way. We can do it. Come on. Yeah, and also Scarface said, at least there's no St. Maximin to roast us. Yeah, I agree with that. Look, I don't know how it's going to go tomorrow, but I'm not doom and gloom. I'm just sort of realistic that it's going to be a war of attrition. But having said that, though, playing in front of our home fans, they've got something special going on tomorrow before the game. I've heard of the rumours. It's going to be really exciting. Could be an awful lot of fun, man. 1-0 says Jorgen. I like it, mate. I like it. Guys, give this video a like. Help support the channel massively. I love you all loads. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, for the watch along. I might even do a video first thing in the morning as well. I might do a bit of a live predicted 11 or a fan view or something like that to chat about the game. I will be doing watch along tomorrow night. For now, though, I'm going to go and chill with the family. It's Friday night. We haven't got Paqueta. Oh, damn it. I want Paqueta, man. In a bit. Love you loads. Bye-bye.